Pitbull has been a part of the music industry for 2 decades as both a songwriter and a musician. The rapper's music career has brought in a significant sum of money. Despite beginning his musical career in 2000, he didn't release his first album until 2004. He rose to prominence in 2011 as a result of his appearance in Jennifer Lopez's song On the Floor. Pitbull has sold more than 25 million albums and more than 100 million singles over his career. He is also a well-known actor, businessman, and fashion icon. His songs have reached number 1 in more than 18 countries. His videos have received over 15 billion views, and his social media following is comparable to that of major international television networks. He also has a successful self-made career. His early years weren't quite pleasant. Drugs, abuse, crime, and alcoholism were all prevalent in his childhood. His father was often absent, and when he was a teenager, he was evicted from his house. In a podcast, he says, "I believe my life was normal, but as I developed, I looked back and realized, wow, I was going through things I shouldn't have, but it gave me character." Pitbull, who was then known as Armando Perez, found it difficult to grow up in the 1980s in the violent Carroll City neighborhood of Miami. He didn't think he would make it out alive. In his words to CNBC, "Make it, Miami was the cocaine capital, and what was going on around me? I was 5, 6 years old. That's when your mind is a sponge. I've seen what it did. You're either in prison, dead, or snitching. So you might as well be a dead man walking." Yet according to the Grammy-winning rapper, he never complained about his circumstances. In a way, Perez admits Pitbull may have never been born if it weren't for his struggles. Now let's take a peek at how the rapper earns his fortune. His music career. Pitbull has reportedly made between $8 and $10 million from just his albums and songs. Even if he hasn't sold nearly as many albums as Kanye, he has earned enough money to support himself. He has 11 studio albums, 4 compilation albums, 1 soundtrack album, and 4 authorized mixtapes to his credit. Additionally, he has put out about 300 singles, about 1,000 songs overall, and about 200 music videos. Pitbull's tour from 2015 to 2016 is thought to have been the most lucrative to date. Pitbull has made around $23 million from the tour Pitbull Time of Our Lives, which has had over 93 performances. Pitbull's first major concert came about 5 years after he started in the music industry. The rapper makes millions from ticket sales alone on each tour. Additionally, he generates money by selling the memorabilia. According to reports, he receives about 80% of the royalties from item sales made during his concert tours. He rose through the ranks and was featured in several tracks by other artists. His rapid rise to fame in the music business contributed to his enormous net worth of $100 million. His acting career. The 41-year-old rapper has also made millions of dollars through acting in movies and television shows. Throughout his acting career, he has appeared in various movies. He reportedly received compensation of about $1.6 million for his work in the 2013 movie Epos. In 2015, he had also made an appearance in Empire, receiving $10,000 for the role. Additionally, he provided a voiceover for the animated movie Ugly Dolls. However, in 2019, his payment for the said film was not disclosed. His YouTube revenue. Pitbull has a large fan base on YouTube, which has helped him make millions of dollars over the years. The channel has about 16 million subscribers, and each video receives at least 1 million views. With almost 11 billion views since the channel's first video was uploaded in 2006, he makes more money thanks to the ad revenue generated by the billions of views on his Vivo channel. According to reports, YouTube pays about $7.60 for each 1,000 views. Based on the rapper's enormous fan base and billions of views, it's estimated that he has made around $90 million from YouTube alone. Now that we know how he earns his millions, let's see how he spends it. Car collection. According to rumors, the Cuban-American rapper gifted his mother a 1988 Mazda hatchback with the first $1,200 of his career. The rapper's extravagant spending on his cars is understandable considering this. Although unlike other celebrities, his car collection is not as expensive as Kim Kardashian's $3.8 million car collection. He only has 4 cars, according to 21 Motoring. Pitbull owns a Lamborghini Urus for $220,000, a Ferrari 458 worth $275,000, a Mercedes G63 AMG worth $157.8 thousand, and a Mercedes S-Class worth $125.7 thousand. Abandoned Pinecrest Mansion. The rapper's estate in Pinecrest made headlines for being an eyesore. Since the abandoned real estate property does not reflect well on the neighborhood as a whole and is unsightly, the rapper's neighbors have been complaining that it is bothering them. Since the rapper's abandoned property is situated in a wealthy neighborhood, the town has reportedly issued a ton of code violations to it. Due to the property's terrible condition, the rapper was forced to sell it at a loss of $1.8 million. He undoubtedly lost a few $1,000,000 on the transaction, even if it wasn't like the abandoned Meydan city in Dubai, which is worth billions. Charity work and causes. The rapper has a good heart as he founded a public charter called Sports Leadership and Management, or SLAM for short. These public charter schools serve students in grades 6 through 12. He established the institution to provide unprivileged children with access to sports leadership and management education. Pitbull started SLAM to provide Miami's intercity kids with more opportunities. It was his idea to build a school, and he placed a high value on assisting underprivileged children. He claimed that he gave opening SLAM top priority since, as a child, his teachers had motivated him, and he now appreciates the value of their advice. Along with SLAM, he also donates to organizations including Stomp Out Bullying, Cell Phones for Soldiers, City of Hope, Pencils of Promise, Save the Music Foundation, and Save the Music. NASCAR Team. Everyone was shocked when Pitbull made the decision to venture into the world of sports and spent a sizable amount of his wealth to purchase a sports club. The rapper decided to own a NASCAR team rather than a basketball or football team. Pitbull will take a stake in Trackhouse Racing, a racing team. Daniel Suarez is the team's driver, and the rapper currently shares ownership of Trackhouse Racing with Justin Marks. It's reasonable to say that he's made it as a multi-millionaire recording artist who has brand affiliations with Bud Light, Dr. Pepper, Walmart, Pepsi, and Kodak, to name a few. According to reports, he earned $12 million through his endorsements. Along with his several lucrative brand endorsement deals, he also has other business endeavors. His commercial endeavor include Volley Vodka, Pitbull Premier Fragrance, and Miami Subs Pizza and Grill. Although the amount of money he made from each deal hasn't been made public, it's been estimated that he made at least $8 million. But even before all that, when he first experienced musical success and received his first $1,500 advance, he gave it away modestly. As the number of checks increased, his guiding beliefs and outlook on money remained the same, which is to never do anything solely for the money alone. The revelation stemmed from the common greeting used among his friends when they called to see what he was up to. They would often say, "Oh, I'm on this paper chase." Then I dissect the phrase, "A paper chase? I must therefore chase after paper. If I'm chasing paper, the paper's gonna run," he realized. Even though his desire to leave Carol City has faded, the lesson nevertheless aids in his further growth. He continues switching to Spanish. It depends on what you want to achieve and how you want to develop. But if you think money would make you happy, you are utterly, completely confused. You are already in trouble if you do it for the money. Pitbull emphasizes that it applies to all professions and is not only a lesson for musicians or artists. And I'm telling you straight, if you do it because you want to do it or because it's something you believe in that business, culture, or movement, then it's a revolution. You have won your freedom, so you'll never have to work another day in your life. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.